Are you trying to control your sleep with pills, supplements, hypnosis, meditation, sleep restriction, and so much more? Can we actually control sleep? And if so, can we successfully do it? We're going to talk about that in this video. It's going to be very interesting. So there are a lot of ads, products, and techniques out there that claim to fix your sleep, which is a way of trying to control your sleep. They make it seem like we are able to control our sleep. So is this actually true? Let's talk about this. So sleep is a passive process. It's something that happens without our conscious awareness and when it's actually happening and when we actually fall asleep. We can't consciously say, okay, we're going to sleep right now. And we sleep. It doesn't happen that way. It's not like something that we can consciously choose to do, like choosing to scratch an itch or choosing to start talking or whatever conscious things that we can decide that we want to do. We can't consciously decide that we're going to sleep in that moment. It's passive. Now, I wish it was that easy that I can just teach you how to snap your finger and you fall asleep and then you don't wake up until 7 or so hours later. That would be amazing, but unfortunately, it does not work that way. In fact, the opposite happens. The more we try to control sleep, the less that we're going to get. It's not fair. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it works. And the reason that we get less sleep the more we try to control sleep is because we're trying to control something that we can't control. So it ultimately leads to failure, even though I always say you can't fail at something you can't control. But anyway, it leads to us not being able to control sleep. It doesn't help. And then we become frustrated. We start to fear that there's something wrong with us. When in the end, there wasn't something wrong with us. It's just we're trying to control sleep. We're trying to fight being awake. We're fearing it, and we're sending signals to the brain that there is danger. So if we can't control sleep and we can't make it happen, does that mean things are hopeless and you're never going to be able to sleep again? No, that's not true either. So let's talk about ways that you can start to get more sleep without trying to control sleep. But before I do that, I do want to invite you over to my free Sleep Makeover community. Inside of this community, there is a classroom tab with tons of free lessons and programs and worksheets and meditations and tools and all these different things to help you along your journey to overcome insomnia. It's absolutely free to join. The link is in the description box below, and I hope to see you over there. Okay, so what can we do then? How do we get more sleep without trying to actually directly control sleep? My first tip is to stop chasing sleep. The more we chase sleep and try to make it happen, the more we're going to start trying to control sleep, the more frustration and the more fear that we are going to feel. We're going to start to get more anxious and we're not going to feel good. And we're going to start getting less and less sleep. And we're going to remain stuck in that insomnia cycle. And that is not where we want to be. So stop chasing sleep and move more into acceptance. Now, acceptance can sound scary or like you're giving up. Like, just accept you're not sleeping. Who cares? Don't try to get any more sleep. That is not what I'm saying at all when I say acceptance. Acceptance as you accept that right now you can't force sleep to happen. You can't make it happen. You can't do all this stuff and then you're going to start to sleep overnight. At this moment, yes, you aren't getting sleep. It's not ideal. You want more sleep, but you accept and you understand that you can't make sleep happen right now. Because when we aren't accepting that we can't make sleep happen, we're still in that desperation and we're chasing sleep and trying to make it happen. We're trying not to be in this moment of not being able to sleep. We're trying to avoid it with everything that we can. And in reality, in life, we're going to have these good moments and positive, and we're going to have these unpleasant, uncomfortable situations. And if we're trying not to allow ourselves to experience the uncomfortable as well, it creates a lot of suffering, a lot of struggle, where in this moment, you can't do anything about it right then. but you can control your mindset and your reaction to being awake. Our reaction to all situations in life can make such a big difference. But when you are awake, and instead of reacting with fear and chasing it and becoming desperate and anxious and all that, just being more at peace. Okay, this is what I have to deal with today. How can I make the best of it? What can I do? I can enjoy my time more. I can stop fighting it. I can be more at peace internally, which with time is going to teach your brain that you are safe so that you can start to sleep more. And my next tip for you is to lower the hyperarousal levels. When we have chronic insomnia and our brain is activating that fight or flight system, our hyperarousal levels are elevated, they're up, and that is what is preventing you from sleeping. So we need to lower the hyperarousal levels. But we're not going to do it like pills and supplements and meditation, hypnosis and all those are all meant to lower hyperarousal so that you can sleep. But the problem is they're not going after what's causing the hyperarousal in the first place. They're just trying to lower the hyperarousal while hyperarousal is still being created by what's causing it. And in this video, we're not really going after what the root cause of insomnia is. That's not what we're here to discuss because it takes a whole video to talk about the cause of insomnia. But basically, it all comes down to fear. Your brain's activating that fight or flight system. You're scared of being awake. You're scared of losing sleep. And your brain starts to think there's danger. So a couple of tips to help you lower the hyperarousal is to first practice mindfulness. Now, I know you're probably tired of hearing the word mindfulness. I feel like it's been overused, but mindfulness is really powerful when it comes to sleep. And I'm going to make a video about this in the future because it is really helpful for overcoming insomnia, and it goes after the root cause in a different way. But anyway, we'll talk about that in another video. But mindfulness helps bring you into the moment. When we're fearing something, when we're scared of something like, am I going to sleep tonight? Am I ever going to be able to overcome insomnia? And all the other fears that come with it, we are not in this moment. We can't be present in this moment and fear something for the future, fear a hypothetical situation. So practicing being in the moment, focus on what you can control in the moment. And if there's nothing to worry about or fear, you can just enjoy your day, enjoy the moment, whatever it is. But practicing bringing yourself back into the moment. And it's a skill that you can build over time and strengthen. So it happens more automatically. But you can do this through meditation, through breathing techniques, engaging your senses, like using your senses for everything around you in the room. This is something I used to do when I was feeling anxious to quickly bring myself back. So using my eyesight, what do I see? What colors, textures, things like that. What do I smell? What do I taste on my mouth? Or you can put a piece of food in your mouth like chocolate and describe the taste. You can, what am I missing? Hearing. What sounds do you hear? Like I hear my air conditioning going on right there. You can also practice mindful walking. That one's another favorite of mine. These are all things that I'm going to put in a video. But mindful walking, where you're just walking around your neighborhood or out in nature and you're looking around, observing things around you. You're not on your phone playing on it or reading texts or doing whatever you do on your phone a lot. You're putting the electronics away, putting the phone away, and just getting into the moment, looking around, observing the beauty around you and admiring it, because there's so many beautiful things around there if you just get off the phone and look around. It's one of my favorite things to do. Another thing to help you lower the hyperarousal levels is to lower pressure to sleep. So we place a lot of pressure on ourselves to sleep. From things like worrying about our job, being a good parent, we're worried about health conditions, worried that we're not going to be able to get through the day. There's tons of things that we place pressure on ourselves. We're not going to be able to start going out with friends again until we sleep again. There's just so many things, and it places a lot of pressure on ourselves. How do you think that feels when we go to bed at night that sleep is riding on all these different things? If we don't sleep, then all that stuff is going to suffer. Don't you feel a little bit of performance anxiety? Do you feel a little more anxious? You don't feel as confident, you're worried, the fear is going to go up, and it's not going to help you sleep at all. In fact, you will lose sleep. So we want to start to bring those pressures down. And what I usually have my clients do is they will write out a list of everything that's giving them pressure, all the pressure they're placing on themselves to get sleep. Just get it out on paper as much as you can. Everything you can think of, write it down, put it on paper. And then you're going to go through, you can do one a day or whatever you like. Start to find ways to remove that pressure. Okay. For example, you're worried about how you're going to get through the day. You have made it through 100% of the days before. You've never not made it through a day. You're going to be just fine. You will make it through the day. Yes, you might be tired. You might be exhausted. You also might not. I don't know about you, but I've had nights where I didn't sleep, 0 hours sleep, and I actually felt pretty decent the next day. And then I've had a day where I've had a few hours sleep and I felt like crap. Like, I never really know how I actually am going to feel. So you don't know, but what we do know is you will make it through the day. Maybe you feel some pressure because you're worried about health issues or health risks from not sleeping. You can reframe it to, you can go watch my video about health risks with lack of sleep and how it's actually not true. There's actually no study out there that actually shows this. It's really interesting. I break it down. I think it's really helpful. It takes off a lot of that pressure and that worry and that stress about health issues. So I'll try to remember to put in the description box below. So that's all you basically do. Go through every single one and find ways that you can reframe it. And if you're not sure how to reframe something, you can post it in the comments below and I will help you reframe it. You can also join my free community. The link is in the description box below, and I will actually help you inside of the community and with the resources, and there's free group coaching that I can help you every step of the way. So now that you know how to let go of control of sleep or how to let go a little bit more, check out this video that I did where I give you 3 tips on how to beat insomnia so that you can add it to everything that you've learned here and really start to progress and get more sleep. Or you might enjoy the video above it as well. So that's it for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.